Nithyanandam Paramashivoham Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganachadusham Tattvamasyaadilaksham Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshibhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Nithyananda, everyone, we welcome each and every one of you all over the globe from 150 countries for this Cause Your Reality program. We are here to share our experiences of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism with his Bhava Samadhi Darshans, Maha Paramashivoham, the Sarvajñapita Yajaman, sharing their experiences with the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism has been gracing us with. Now, let's understand a brief introduction about the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The grand narrative of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Nithyananda Paramashivam. Born on January 3rd, 1978, in the holy town of Tiruvannamalai, South India. On 17th July 1981, at the age of just 3, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was initiated into Bala Sannyas, the child saint, by enlightened beings, masters, and his predecessors through a ritualistic way. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was identified as an incarnation by enlightened beings and masters such as Yogiraj Yogananda Puri, Vidwan Panduranganadar, and 238th Guru Mahasannidhanam of the Tondai Mandala Adhinam of Kanchi Mat. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism had the coronation at the age of 16 to revive the KAILASA by all the gurus. This photograph of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was organized to be taken by his Vedanta Guru Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, also called Kuppamal. You can see here there is a conch and kamandalu, a water pot, to the left side of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and a wooden staff to his right. All of which were given by her as the traditional items that are handed over along with the official induction as successor into the lineage. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, in his early days in his mission, you can see various photographs when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, the top left is when the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was very young. The temple monastic complex of his guru, Mataji Vibhudananda Puri, in Tiruvannamalai was built brick by brick by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself. His gurus guided him and he just followed. And in the headquarters of the Adi KAILASA Sarvajñapitam, South India, and 14th November 2002, at the age of 24, he establishes this Adhinam, Adi KAILASA Sarvajñapitam. And you can see the various photographs of his initial early days in the mission. Now let us see the various coronations of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism was ordained as the 233rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Kanchi KAILASA Sarvajñapitam, and the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the incumbent emperor of Suryavamsha Surangi Samrajyam. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present 23rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Dharmamukhi Swargapuram Adhinam. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present 293rd Jagat Guru Mahasannidhanam of KAILASA Shamala Pita Sarvajna Pitam. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the present Mahamandaleshwar, the Supreme Spiritual Head of Mahanirvani Akhada, the largest apex monastic order. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is the 1008th Acharya Mahamandaleshwar, that is the head of all the spiritual leaders of the Atal Akhada, which is the ancient apex body of Hinduism. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism elected as the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism by a congregation of over 1,000 Hindu leaders. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism established the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa. Kailasa is a microcosmic ancient Hindu enlightened civilization nation whose vision is living enlightenment for all of humanity. Kailasa's mission is to revive and share with today's world the practical applications of the greater sciences of authentic Hinduism, including Hindu cosmic physics, Hindu alchemy, Hindu cosmology, Hindu biology, Hindu mathematics, power manifestation, and other sciences as revived by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. These sciences were once practiced freely in over 56 nations across the continent, but as of now, facing extinction due to the persecution over a millennium. And Sri Kailasa's 108 initiative to support variety of humanitarian services, which collectively allows for the creation of an enlightened, peaceful, sustainable, equitable, resilient, and thriving world. Under this projects, 108 projects, one of the projects is the No Hungry Home, the project offered by SCUN for nutritious food and hunger-free world. And the statistic shows that 1 billion views served over the past 27 years. And every month for the past 27 years, the Hindu Adi Shaivat minority ASMT community has served more than 3 million Annadanam, the free organic meals, as per the tradition in religious gatherings to everyone without discrimination. We'll be going over it, the free Annadan service at the Tiruvannamalai shortly. And we will be doing various episodes regarding this Annadan services by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. And during the pandemic, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism converted his monastery campuses into a multi-layer quarantine facility, free for all people, regardless of any differences in age, gender, caste, creed, ethnicity, color, or socio-economic status. Food, shelter, internet, and all basic facilities, including free medical care for an indefinite period of time, were provided. And a free online program which was conducted but attended by 30 million citizens followed the Kailasa's 28-day spiritual regimen in 2020. And another service is Nithyananda Hindu University, NHU, and Nithyananda Gurukul, offered by SCUN for education, reform, and development. 20 million plus enrolled and 7,000 plus free courses and extended campuses in 150 countries. And Nithyananda Hindu Jnanalaya, the Hinduismpedia offered by SCUN for the production of Hindu scriptures. And the conferences for world peace offered by SCUN for global peace and religious harmony. Women empowerment programs were offered by SCUN for feminine empowerment, and gender equality. And Nithyananda Yoga, offered by School for Yoga, with 2 Guinness World Records established on September 30th and October 3rd, 2017. Despite being heavily persecuted continuously for over a decade, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Nithyananda Paramashivam, is unwavered in his intention, commitment, and action in building the only Hindu nation, the sovereign state of Sri Kailasa, to protect, revive, and preserve Hinduism, the most ancient, most peaceful, still living, and long lasting demonstrable system that shows the possibility of peaceful coexistence amongst people. The sovereign state of Sri Kailasa, the ancient enlightened Hindu civilization nation, first nation of Hindus, the Kailasa, the first nation of Hindus led by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, spoke on behalf of the 2 billion global Hindu diaspora at the 14th session of the United Nations Forum on Minority Issues. And the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism survived the torture and murder attempts by the state and non-state actors, over 70 assassination attempts and physical attack on the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in India and abroad, and 40 attacks on community members, destruction of monasteries and temples, over 60 incidences of attack, molestation, and rape of women and women monks, intensive lawfare via over 100 false legal cases, all but one are dismissed, and intersectional persecution using the entire government mechanism, politically owned media, police, and judiciary control by politicians, and inciting mob violence via social media. Despite being all this persecution, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism continuously serving humanity with his various charitable activities. Now we will go over with briefly with Kailasa's one of the charitable activities, that is the free serving of free meals, free food, which is Annadan. The Hindu scriptures say about the Annadan, the various script references are available, providing the Anna, the food, to one and all. And one of the reference is Bhagavad Gita, chapter 7, verse 20th, says very precisely the meaning of this verse is charity is given out of duty and without expectation of return at the proper time and place, and to a worthy person is considered to be in the mode of goodness. Kailasa is relentlessly serving humanity since 26 years. 26 years of relentless humanitarian services and initiatives, including free vegetarian food bank, medical services, natural disaster relief, women empowerment initiatives, conflict resolution, peace initiatives, sustainable Hindu practices through various international agencies and bodies. The primary motto of Kailasa is life is for others. Have love for others and enrich everyone that comes in your breathing space, and don't give up on you or others. Contemplate on this truth today. Declare that life is for others. You will see everything is showered on you, says the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, one of the major service project contribution of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and Kailasa is the Annadan. Taittiriya Upanishad, chapter 3, section 9 says very beautifully that Annam Bahukurvita, let us create and share. Annam Bahukurvita, Annam na vindaya tat vratam, meaning you cannot throw food more than your hunger. Once your hunger is over, you cannot throw food inside your stomach or dump food in the dustbin, which is not hungry. Kailasa has served 1 billion free meals and continue to serve. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself is involved in cooking and serving and monitoring all the aspects in serving these free meals to billions of people. Kailasa offers free food in 197 countries. The Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam says, there is an old saying, instead of giving a fish to the poor, teach him how to fish. But what will he do till he learns how to fish? So I give a new saying, give the fish to the one who needs till he learns how to fish. You can see the various pictures where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself serving in Tirunamalai, India. You can see 19 November, way back in 2002, where you see the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism himself serving. You can see the various pictures where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism serving the Annadan at the various occasions, locations to thousands, lakhs of people. This particular picture that you're seeing is Kailasa in Tirunamalai on 9 September 2011. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism lit the lamp to inaugurate the Nithyananda Annalaya at the Kailasa in Tirunamalai. And also serving at the various places of Annadan and also relief activities, Thane cyclone in Pondicherry and 2nd January 2012, offering free Annadan day and night. You can see the various pictures associated with Thane relief activities. And you can see the various pictures. Kailasa and Tirunamalai in 20th September 2012 and 2013. Let us create and share food. Let us all the hungry stomach be fulfilled with food. Let us not waste food. No place you can drop food where there is no hunger, either outside or inside. That is being authentic with food. And on average, we serve 10,000 free meals a week in our Anna Mandirs across the world. And next to love and peace, the third, the most important quality, preeminently necessary for a human being, is the act of charity, particularly Annadan, giving the free food to the hungry. And Simhasta Kumbh Mela Ujjain, April and May 2016, India. As the emperor of the Kailasa Paramparagata Mahanirvani Peetham, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nithyananda Paramashivam, provided free food to 1 lakh people every day during the 48-day Simhasta Kumbh Mela festival in Ujjain, central India, from April 15th, 2016 to May 25th, 2016. Thousands of poor visitors, mendicants, the wandering sadhus, and devotees are served free food by Kailasa. On special occasions like full moon days in Tirunamalai and other festivals, etc., at least 1 lakh people are served free sattvic meals in all our ashrams. Kailasa, Hyderabad, the Sripuram Sarvagya Peetham for Mahashivaratri 2018, serving the Annadan to thousands of people. You can see more pictures. Kailasa in Mauritius, serving the free meals on the occasion of Mahashivaratri, and Kailasa Madurai, Shamala Peetham Sarvagya Peetham, serving during the pandemic. And Kailasa, Madurai, Shamla Peeta, Sarvagnapeetam, more pictures serving the Annadanam during the pandemic. And Hyderabad, Sripuram, Sarvagnapeetam during the COVID-19 pandemic. Kailasa, Mauritius during the COVID-19 pandemic. And you can see the various pictures of the food donations by various Kailasas across the world. Kailasa, Los Angeles, Kailasa in San Jose, Kailasa in Atlanta, and Kailasa in United Kingdom, Slovenia, Kailasa in Slovenia, Kailasa in Netherlands, Annadan in Europe, Kailasa in Italy, and Diwali celebrations, Annadan by Kailasa at various locations in Canada, Singapore, Kailasa in Singapore in 2020, and Kailasa in Los Angeles, and Trinidad and Tobago. The purpose of life is to constantly enrich oneself and others, to cause others reality, to experience the ultimate truth of Advaita, the non-dual consciousness that everyone and everything is part of you. Now, whatever you do, the Annadan, the food donation, the life energy in your stomach gets awakened. Let's listen from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in his own voice.
Whenever you make a conscious decision to say yes to life, all the other energies associated to life gets awakened in you. Understand? A simple dana means charity. You give some money for somebody's medical expense, or you give some food for somebody. Listen. Simple Annadana awakens because Annadana is saying yes to somebody's life. Is suffering with hunger. Hunger is considered as one of the disease in Ayurvedic tradition. Giving food is curing the disease. The moment you give food, you say yes, life, and I tell you, immediately the life energy in your stomach will be awakened. Anybody, please understand. As an authority on this cosmic science, the science how the cosmic energy works, as the authority on the Dharma, with all my integrity, authenticity, I am declaring, I am revealing this truth. Please understand. Whenever you share food, do Annadana, you say yes to somebody's life, and the life energy in your stomach is awakened. So any disease related to your stomach is healed. Same way, whenever you do Vaidya Dana, it is one of the very powerful dana in the Vedic tradition, means giving money or supporting somebody in his medical care, a poor person who can't afford, providing medical care for that person through medicines or whatever surgery, or providing whatever is necessary for his medical care. It's called Vaidya Dana. I tell you, If you are suffering with heart problem, do Vaidyadana of a poor patient who is suffering with the same heart problem. Do Vaidyadana. I guarantee the life energy in you will be awakened. Your recovery will be so fast. You will be healed so quickly. I have seen the benefit of Vaidyadana in my life in many ways. Whenever I prescribe to devotees to do Vaidyadana, or I myself did for some devotees, it has helped a lot. Helped a lot. Many people were supposed to die, did not die. Their life got elongated just by Vaidyadana, I tell you, from my experience. Because the moment you say yes to somebody's life, the life energy in you wakes up to that yes. It wakes up to that yes. Whenever your life energy wakes up to yes, simply your body heals. All dana. Please understand. All dana is saying yes to life.
We just heard the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism sharing the dana, the charity of significance of all the charity. And we have seen the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism's contributions from various projects, taking care of our food, shelter, clothing, everything. Not only our basic needs, the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism is taking care, but there is something much more beyond that he takes care. That is our conscious growth. The experience that he gives through various Bhava Samadhi Darshans, through Maha Paramashivoham programs, various powerful initiations, the transformations that everyone who gets initiation experience is tremendous. And the devotees who participate, who support to the KAILASA's mission, the Sarvajna Peetham, how do they, what is their experience? What are the experiences of the initiations, and to support in return how they experience? So let us listen of the sharings today. We will be listening to the sharings of Sri Vimal Patel Ayya, sharing his experience, how he got a breakthrough in his career to support the KAILASA's Sarvajna Peetham project.
The program of KAILASA starts with a power manifestation demonstration. A demonstration of extraordinary powers demonstrated by an initiated disciple who has received the initiation from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, so effortlessly manifesting the extraordinary powers mentioned in the ancient scriptures of Hinduism. the powers of third eye, the powers of remote vision, the power of body scanning, so many powers that the initiated disciples of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism manifest so effortlessly. And we start our program demonstrating about these extraordinary powers. And I'm sure many of you who are sitting here for today's program, you have been personally initiated. Many of you would have received the initiation by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and have expressed and manifested the demonstration of extraordinary powers. And if you have been one such person, there's one question that you would always have, I really enjoy manifesting powers and I would like to apply this in every dimension of my life, whether it is in terms of my career, whether it is in terms of my relationship, in wealth, in every aspect of my life. How do I manifest these extraordinary powers to manifest the life I want? So the first segment of today's program is going to answer this question that each and every one of us have. So I would like to start with today's program. We are going to be witnessing a very special demonstration of manifesting Shaktis, the power manifestation, a demonstration of power manifestation in real life, a real life incident. How many of you are ready? Please say yes in the chat. You can say yes in the chat if you're really excited to see, okay, what are we going to share in the first segment of today's program? Now, before we enter into that segment, let me ask all of you a question. How many of us sitting here for this program, attendees in this program, you really want to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman, really want to become a Sarvanyapita Karta, and want to support and be a part of the divine mission of Swamiji, want to support Kailasa in every possible way, completely resonating with the cause of the superconscious revival by the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism in bringing the superconscious breakthrough to the world. We so much relate that, and I really want to do everything I can to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman, to become a Sarvanyapita Karta. And you really have a very strong intention and you really want to manifest becoming one. If you are in that category, you can go ahead and say yes in the chat. Please go ahead and type yes in the chat if you really want to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman and you're really waiting for the manifestation to happen. You're submitted an intention and you're working towards manifesting your Sarvanyapita Ejaman. If you are one such person, you can say yes in the chat because this segment is directly going to speak into your listening. Wow, so many of you are putting yes in the chat. I know the chats are literally flooding in every Zoom rooms that we have, saying, yes, I really want to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman. So today, in this segment, we are very happy to share with you a real life incident of a disciple of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, who, like all of you, wanted to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman. And today he is here joining us in this segment live from the US to share his experience of how he manifested becoming a Sarvanyapita Ejaman through power manifestation. Yes, you heard it right. He manifested the wealth that is required for his Sarvanyapita manifestation, for becoming a Sarvanyapita, just through power manifestation. It is a very unique, a very interesting experience that we have. So with no further ado, I would like to invite Vimal Patelji from Texas, USA. Nithyanandam, Vimalji, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yes, thank you, Ma Nithyanandam, and Nithyanandam, everyone.
Yes, thank you, Ma Nithyanandam, and Nithyanandam, everyone.
Yes. So, Vimal Patelji, I know you have been really wanting to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman for a long time. And today, I'm very, very, very happy to hear from you that you have successfully manifested what you needed to become a Sarvanyapita Ejaman. How does it feel for you? How do you feel about it?
Immense amounts of gratitude. I still can't believe it, to be honest with you.
I still can't believe it, to be honest with you.
I'm sorry, I can hear some feedback. I just want to make sure.
I'm sorry, I can hear some feedback. I just want to make sure.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay. No, I was going to say just immense amount of gratitude. I still can't believe that this has all been manifested, and it's with ease. It's very effortless. I didn't do anything. Literally, I did not do anything. Swamiji very graciously manifested through me. And, if I were to take you through some of the steps, you would think, wow, that's it. And it really was that simple. So I'm very, very excited.
Okay, so thank you so much, Vimalji, for sharing. Many of the devotees that are sitting there are now like sitting with literally with bated breath to hear how you manifested. How did the manifestation happen, and how did it happen for you? So could you go ahead and share the entire manifestation, how you did, what led you to becoming a Sarvingapita Yajaman?
Sure. So it was actually very simple. One main practice, or should I say a process that I would do will be the Karpaturu daily. And that would be around the Brahma Muhurta time. And if I would make it, every single morning, I would do it very intensely, make those declarations. This is what I want. And things just aligned. So I'm in sales, and so a lot of my wealth comes from not only my base salary, but also commissions as well. And so I would just tell Swamiji, manifest, give me deals, let them come to me effortlessly, let there be large deals, let me not even have to find these type of deals. And that would happen and manifest. I would be making 6-figure commission checks. People would change their minds all of a sudden, and things just worked out very, very effortlessly. So the Kalpataru process, I did that daily. The Bhava Samadhi initiations, those were just tremendously valuable, more than anything, because it was that strong feeling connection, that surrendering, that alignment to Swamiji that really helped him manifest through me. In a way where, again, I'm not the one who was taking the action. It was really him. Whether it's the process where you write down 25 intentions. One of the intentions was, I want SGP Yajaman by February 2023, and Swamiji gave it within 23 days. I have no idea how that happened. The Shukra initiation.
Oh wow!
I will tell you, with the Shukra initiation, I just kept on going. I had so many boons to request, so I just kept on typing. I think 20 minutes I typed. And then I didn't realize until after the process, after the initiation, I was like, wow, I feel so relieved. And I have no idea whether he's going to take care, how he's going to take it. I just feel as if it's just going to happen. And again, it was things manifest. A lot of things manifested after that. And the list just goes on. So I would say the Bhava Samadhi initiations and the Kalpataru were really, really instrumental.
So beautifully shared, Vimalji. And when you, and for those of you who are hearing about the Shukra Darshan, so that's a very special darshan that the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave during the Paramashivoham Level 3 program. Where the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism gave darshan as the Shukracharya, which is the energy of Guru, where he doesn't judge at all. You can ask anything that you want, which is societally accepted, societally not accepted, you can ask to Shukracharya. So that is one of the very special darshan, and that's actually one of the most sought after darshans, I can say, of Paramashivoham Level 3 program. And that's what Vimalji had shared about. And so, Vimalji, when you attended these programs, you attended the Bhava Samadhi Darshans, and you had said, when we had spoken, you said every time you used to ask the same thing, right? I want to manifest Sarvingapita Yajaman by February 2023 and Karta by June 2023. That's one thing that you ask persistently in every darshan. So after you attended the darshans, what really happened? What really actually led to the manifestation? How did the power manifestation happen? How did you experience that literally physically manifest for you as well?
I felt a push to get back into trading. So my current work schedule doesn't really allow for active trading that I used to do beforehand. And so I felt guided. I'm like, okay, you know what? I'll transfer some of my commission checks, those funds, to my brokerage account. If I have time, if there is a good trade setup, I'll take it. And Swamiji, I'll leave it up to you as to how you want all this to play out. Next thing you know, I'm just being guided. I'm like, oh, that's a good setup. And I have 2-3 hours. Let me put this on. And then, I'm making 20-30% in one day. Next thing you know, I'm making 200%, 300%. And again, this isn't, and I didn't do anything. It just kind of came to me. Now, obviously, I took the action to learn how to do this beforehand, but to be guided and to take that action and to be available during working hours, it was all him. And again, for me, manifesting SJP Yajman in 4 months to me was a stretch goal, but Swamiji did it in 23 days. And so if you would have asked me, a few weeks ago, whether I would think that would occur, I would probably be like, yeah, it's probably improbable, but he made it happen.
Wow, so beautifully said. And just to reiterate what you had said, when you actually went into trading, you basically connected with Swamiji, right? Connected with Swamiji in the space of oneness and just allowed Swamiji to manifest through you. And that's exactly what we do in, during the power manifestation, is connect with Swamiji in the space of oneness and allow the powers to manifest through as well. You just manifest these extraordinary powers. And today we could see, and we are seeing in real life, how just connecting with Swamiji in the space of oneness, he was able to really know what exact trading to indulge in and to take part and how to exactly play with the trading market to manifest the reality that Vimalji wanted. So beautifully shared. And Vimalji, just to ask the question, your journey to Sarvingapita Yajaman. Yes, today you have manifested, manifested the powers and you've experienced the manifestation. But in the process, while you are in the process and you're yet to manifest, right? We have many of those who are watching us today who are yet to manifest becoming a Sarvingapita Yajaman. What is that you would like to share? What kept you going? What made you have that will persistence to go with the path and saying, what, I have to manifest it. So what was that for you?
Sure. So one was the alignment with Swamiji, the Guru Bhakti as the foundation to keep that will persistent moving forward. The other satsang that I would continuously watch, even today, this is no joke. I've actually watched this satsang. I've listened to it for over 100 times. It's called Manifest What You Want. And in that satsang, that beautiful satsang, and it's only 20 minutes, but Swamiji says that, when you want to manifest something, Cosmos celebrates. Cosmos celebrates when you manifest. Cosmos celebrates your will's completion, is what Swamiji mentioned. And so there was a question as to whether, planets, are they against you? And, Swamiji just beautifully shared how that we are an extension of the cosmos, how we are not opposite. And when in that oneness, planets bow down and say, Dhan Mahadeva, so I listen to that satsang constantly. Even today, it really resonates with me. And it was that as the foundation really, really helped me understand that when things don't work out as my logic tells me, maybe there's something in me that I need to complete. Because Swami says that, to get us out of SDHD, planets torture us. The goal is to get us out of it and to get us into that oneness. So I would say that satsang was very helpful to me and still is.
So beautifully shared, Vimalji. And I also wanted to ask you, there are many of us want to do something for the betterment of humanity. We want to do something good for the society. We want to do something that can help people in whatever way we can, right? Some people build schools, some people build hospitals, some people build maybe temples, some people, donate to a charity. What is it in you where you felt, what SPH is doing is the most important cause for which you need to contribute? So what aspect that you really resonated with that made you felt like, this is the most important cause, the SPH of what Swamiji's mission and KAILASA?
So I'll say this, I think donating food and money and healthcare is great, and Swamiji does all that. And but I think Swamiji does much, much more. He does so much that you can't even quantify, right? So how do you quantify the value of a Hindu nation that's going to impact generations to come, that's going to impact the world? How do you quantify reviving a sacred tradition, a science, a lifestyle such as Hinduism, and really share that and have others express it effortlessly? You can't quantify those things. Same thing with the power manifestation science. And so it's things like that, and again, much more that really resonate with me. And, looking back, I feel that myself and even those viewing and listening in today, we are the chosen ones in this awakening. He's chosen us. And I would hate to be, I would say 20, 30 years from now, looking back with regret and saying, oh, you know what, I could have contributed more. Why did I waste all these years, just trying to chase small things, as opposed to manifesting, creating, sharing, expressing. And so it's things like that that got me aligned even more and makes me happy that I am at least a vessel to contribute with his grace, to his mission, because again, it's more than just quantifying small things. He's doing things that are just beyond the Richter scale.
So beautifully put, Vimalji. And just to conclude, if you have to share in 2 lines to those of them who are watching this and who are really wanting to become Sarvagnyapita Yajamans just like you, and are watching there and they are in the manifestation process, what is the one thing that you would like to share with them?
I will say this. I would say do not plan, do not have logic, do not think that, okay, I will contribute when XYZ occurs. I would take the leap, because in my experience, when that occurred, I got flooded with wealth. I got flooded with opportunities and avenues. Just trust Swamiji, even if it's a little bit. He will do immense things in your life. So that's what I want to share.
So beautifully put, Vimalji. Thank you so much for sharing. And I know your story is going to be such an inspiration and enriching thousands and thousands to come who are also wanting to experience that manifestation and to experience that deep trust and surrender and devotion to Swamiji. So beautifully put, Vimalji. Thank you so much for taking your time and coming to share your experience, and welcome to, congratulations on becoming the founding father of KAILASA, and welcome to the Sarvagnyapita family. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nithyanandam.
Thank you so much, Nithyananda.
So what a beautiful sharing by Sri Vimal Patel Ayya. So if you also would like to manifest like Vimal Patel, start doing the declare it to become Sarvagnyapita Yajaman and Sarvagnyapita Karta, and start doing the Kalpataru and manifest for yourself. If you want to register and file your intention, and be projecting the live. Paramashivoham.org, kailasa.org/Paramashivoham or Paramashivoham.org. And to get the initiations from the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, various powerful initiations, to participate in Maha Paramashivoham, to experience your highest peak possibility, evolve to your highest super consciousness self. Participate in Maha Paramashivoham today and tomorrow. 29th is the last date for this opportunity. So register now to participate in the last day of Maha Paramashivoham this year. And the next year, the first program is going to be on starting from February 9th to March 1st. Maha Paramashivoham, the upcoming Paramashivoham, is February 9th to March 1st. And to participate, the last day of Paramashivoham, register now to experience the powerful initiations and evolve to your highest peak possibility. Register now at paramashivoham.org. Now, with this, it's time to move on to listen to the satsang of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism. Now, let's just read, let's meditate and chant Mahavakya to receive the darshan of the Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism and listen to the satsang. So let's chant the Mahavakya. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham. Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham.
By Paramashiva. Listen. When the Targa, I don't know what kind of, when the Targavana rishis sent all different attacks on Paramashiva, like they sent a snake, deer, fire, thinking that they can destroy Paramashiva. He just held all of that as his ornaments and his weapons. He made all of it as his rana, as his glory. When Tarugavana Rishi's most powerful people sent a snake and he held it like a toy and playing with it and controlling it, nobody else even dared to attack him. All of them know his power, his glory. They just disappeared. Nobody else even thinks about attacking him. Nobody even cherishes enmity towards him. They sent a tiger. He just made the tiger skin as his dress. They sent deer. He held that deer in hand and made it his pet. They sent Parasu. He just took it and made it as his weapon. Paramashiva is a living being, not just embodiment of few qualities. He is a living being. Karunamurti. Connect with him. He will shower his auspicious qualities on you. I am here today to give all the auspicious initiations. Shaktipada, Shaktinipada. All the Mangalatva, all the greatest happenings, all the bliss, the knowledge. Today, we will be having all initiations, including sannyas, all the auspiciousness happening. Today, we have Sayujya Bhava Samadhi Darshan, Sayujya Samadhi Darshan, Paramashiva and Dakshinamurti, Brihaspati and Shukra. Blessings to all of you. And one of the greatest news I wanted to share with you all, Paramashiva has successfully accomplished his mission of making Kailasa. Maha Kailasa is ready on the planet Earth. Soon it will receive all of you. You will all be receiving darshan of Paramashiva. He has accomplished what he need to accomplish as Nijavatara. He has accomplished. It's only now going to be expansion. All of you with your bags packed, any day you will get a call and visa to land in Mahakailasa, to have physical darshan of Nijavatara of Paramashiva. Om. Listen very intensely. This is the important boon I am giving to all those who stood with me with this Nijavatara during this great effort of Kailasa on the planet Earth. Listen. Now, when the Kailasa opens, whole world will come and enjoy. But all those who stood with me either gave your time, treasure, talent, sometimes just standing with me, as a moral support, moral strength in the outer world. Of course, moral strength, Paramashiva does not need anything. If you heard the story, all the Devatas tried to make a chariot for Paramashiva to go and destroy the Triburasuras. Suddenly those Devatas got little egoistic. Oh, if all of us can put our energies together and give, then anybody can destroy Triburasura. Why is special, great about Paramashiva? Paramashiva just smiled and opened his third eye. Straight, he destroyed Tripurasuras without even getting into their chariot. And their chariot wheel got broken by Ganapati for not worshipping and respecting him before making the chariot. Then they came and fell at the feet of Paramashiva and begged, "Pardon, please forgive us. We know. Now we know you don't need any of us to accomplish your mission, but just we got a little egoistic." Then Paramashiva says, "All right, go and first worship Ganapati. Apologize to him for ignoring him." Then Ganapati was pleased and blessed. Then those Devatas came and begged Paramashiva, "We made this huge chariot for you by 4 Vedas becoming wheels and all the Agamas becoming the chariots and Devatas, gods and goddesses all becoming the live deities in the chariot, and so much has been done. Please at least accept and grace us by sitting on it." He said, "All right, I'll use your chariot to bless you all and do my Vijaya Yatra in your chariot." He does Vijaya Yatra. So understand, Paramashiva does not need anything, anybody, anything from anyone, but all of you. I give you all the boon. You will all be permanent of Kailasa, and I'll grace you all, making you all part of my Vijaya Yatra. Understand? I bless you all. You will all be part. That is the greatest boon, blessings you will all be receiving. This is much more than the fruit of your very life. Janma Sabalyam. All your births and births and births, and your very life will be fulfilled with this Vijaya Yatra. All those SJP, Sarvanya Pitadishwars, Sarvanya Pitakartas, Sarvanya Pita Yajamans, Sarvanya Pita Manifestors are people who did Sarvabharityaga, people who gave their time, treasure, talent, support, stood sometime with a tremendous patience, standing with the Kailasa during all the insecurity. Even that is a great tapas. Training, so many of you have gone through. So understand, Paramashiva one, and Paramashiva is giving this boon to all those who stood with Kailasa and the Paramashiva's Nijavatara. That's me. All of you will be part of my Vijaya Yatra. See, now the whole world will come and enjoy the Kailasa, but you will all be part of the government of Kailasa and part of my Vijaya Yatra. All those who stood with me till today will be part of Kailasa's government, and you will be part of my Vijayatra. And till today, whoever is part, like if you are Mahant, you will be part of the government structure as Mahant. If you are a Shri Mahant, the government structure as Shri Mahant. If you are Adishwar, you will be the founding father. If you are a Sarvanya Pitakarta, you will be the founding father. If you are a Sarvanya Pita Yajaman, you will be founding father. That whole thing, that preparation period solely ends with the victory on today. Today, with the grace of Paramashiva, as Paramashiva, I declare success and victory. Kailasa, Maha Kailasa is done on planet Earth. And all of you who stood with me will be part of Kailasa government, Mahakailasa government, and you will all be part of my Vijaya Yatra, which starts from today. Listen carefully. I also want to tell you one more thing. Till today, whoever stood as part of the Kailasa, I consider and declare and bless all of you as people who stood by Kailasa during the crossroads of Kailasa, during the manifestation period, most crucial period, like during the Garbhagala. See, when you are in mother's womb, that Garbhagala is too important, too precious. Support during that period is the greatest. Protection during that period is the greatest. Like when Subramanya was manifesting, that Garbhagala time, how much attack demons try to do on Subramanya during the Garbhagala. When Paramashiva gave the bioenergy, his bioenergy and Devi's biomemory to Ganga to keep the Garbha and deliver it. That was the first surrogacy in the universe. Paramashiva gave his own bioenergy and Devi's biomemory to Ma Ganga to keep and deliver the baby Subramanya. How much demons tried to attack. But during that period, whoever took care, whoever protected, all of them are remembered even now forever as people who stood during the Garbhagala. So all of you understand, till today, who protected, defended in any way, supported, all of you are declared people who stood by Paramashiva during his Garbhagala of making Mahakailasa happen. So with the grace of Paramashiva, with his own energy, Mahakailasa is successfully born today. Successfully it has happened. So till today, all those who stood by are considered and declared as people who stood during the Garbhagala. Understand? After Subramanya is born, so many came and connected themselves and tried to establish, celebrate his success and all that. But Subramanya carried name only the people who stood by him, who took care during Garbhagala. That is why he is called Kangeya, because Ganga. He is called Kartigeya because Kritigai sisters, that 6 of them, breastfed him and protected him, safeguarded him. Many celebrate Subramanya, but he carries the name of Ganga and Kritika sisters, that Kart and Kangeya name, to tell the whole world they stood by him during the Garbhagala. So, all of you stood. I declare all of you as the people who stood by Paramashiva during his Garbhagala of making KAILASA on this planet Earth. So today, with the grace of Paramashiva, it is successfully delivered. It's available. It's done. I'll call you all. I'm only now planning how to receive, bless you all, give the boons, and send you back to planet Earth. Only that I am planning. KAILASA itself is ready.
प्रशक्यशालिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे ज्ञाने कामाय मह्यं कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वै श्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः सनडि पोற்றி சிவன் சேவடி போற்றி நேயத்தே நின்றதி மலனடி போற்றி
Om, listen. As Paramashiva's grace and blessings, if you are a sannyasi now in KAILASA, you will have the title Founding Sannyasis, Founding Brahmacharis. If you are a Sarvanyapita Yajaman, Founding Sarvanyapita Yajamans. If you are a Sarvanyapita Karta, Founding Sarvanyapita Kartas. If you are a Sarvanyapitadishwar, Sarvanyapitadishwar till today. Once everything is open to public, successful, millions will flock. But you will all have your special place and the pride that you were part of the founding group. During the Garbhagala, you stood. So, all your titles will now get added with this word founding. Founding sannyasis, founding brahmacharis, founding sarvaparityagis, founding sarvanyapita yajamans, founding sarvanyapita kartas, founding sarvanyapitadishwars, founding sarvanyapita manifestors. You will all be the founders of KAILASA. Understand? You will all be part of this grand Vijayatra. Celebrate. Your life has achieved its fulfillment. Janma Sabalya. is done. Still you may be thinking why Swamiji is not announcing the physical location. It will be announced to the people who need to know in right time. So I tell you, being a founder of the Hindu nation, you will have these blessings of Paramashiva, support of Paramashiva, and till now you all stood with Kailasa. Now, with the grace of Paramashiva, I declare, Paramashiva and Kailasa will stand by all of you. Understand that. Now, Paramashiva and Kailasa will stand with you all. Because Paramashiva has successfully manifested Mahakailasa.
கனிகளை கொண்டு உன்னை பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் கலி என்னும் கடலினில் மூழ்கிட்டேயும் நீ கரம் தந்து காத்து கருணை பொய்கையில் அலர்ந்திட்ட அலவத்மம் போல உன் திருவடியில் வாழ்ந்திட நிற்கிறேன் வாராய் அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியனே வாராய் அல்லல் நீக்கிடவே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றுகின்ற ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த நேசனே நீ வருவாய் ஒடு கனிகளை கொண்டு பூஜித்தோ அருள் தருவாய் மெய்யினில் வில்வமும் நிறையார் கடல் நீர் முடியோடு தரிசனம் அல்லவா செம்பொன் மாழ சிற்றவை தனிலே சிந்தை கவர்ந்த உன்னை சிக்கன பிடித்தேனே
வந்தும் புகழ் பெறும் நான் வரை நாயகா மதியனில் இறைந்திடுவாய் மதி உணராதவர்க்கு மதி உணர் செய்திட வான்மழ நீ
ஏந்திவாடிட சூழ்ந்திட இவன் சேர நீ வருவாய் அகம் உணர்ந்திட புறம் மகிழ்ந்திட புலித்தோலோடு நீ வருவாய் ರೂಪನೇ ಮೀನಾಕ್ಷಿ ಶಕ್ತಿ ಸಹಿತ ಸುಂದರೇಶನೇ அண்ணாமலை உதித்த நித்யநந்தனே சித்து அச்சித்தெல்லாம் முன்னாலே இயக்கும் முன்னாலே உந்தன் கண்ணாலே சிகையில் அணிந்திட்ட மதியாலே மதியின் மொழியாலே தெளிந்திடும் வழியாலே ஜீவன் முக்தி பெற விழைந்தோமே உந்தன் திருவடியை தொழுதோமே காசிநாதனே எங்கள் கர்வம் போக்கி எப்பயாலும் நேசனே ஏகாந்தமாக ஏக பாதம் தூக்கியே மணியாரை காக்க வேண்டும் நித்யநந்தனே ஈசனே சிந்தை கவர வந்தரேசனே நீ வருவாய் கதிகல சரணதை நயே காத்திரவா அருணாச்சலனே நீ வாராய் அகண்ட ஜோதியரே வாராய் அகிலம் போற்றிடவே வாராய் நித்யானந்தனே
நல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா என்னப்ப நல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா நல்லவா எந்தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளித்தவா விளங்கும் ஆனந்தம் கரையில்லா ஆனந்தத்தை தடை செய்திடும் மடமனம் நிலையில்லாகி வாழ்வில் நித்தியமாய் விளங்கும் ஆனந்தம் கரையில்லா ஆனந்தத்தை தடை செய்திடும் மடமனம் தடை தகர்த்து வெல்ல நித்யானந்தன் தந்த சூத்திரம் நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் இந்த உலகில் இணையில்லா வரும் நித்யானந்த ஸ்புரணம் இந்த உலகில் இணையில்லா வரும் என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா ஆழியாய் விரிந்து நிற்கும் கர்ம நிலை சஞ்சிதம் ஆழியாய் விரிந்து நிற்கும் கர்ம நிலை சஞ்சிதம் வாழும் ஜென்மத்தோடு கொண்டு வந்த பிராரப்தமா சேருகின்ற ஆசைகளால் கூடிடும் ஆகாமியம் சேருகின்ற ஆசைகளால் கூடிடும் ஆகாமியம் வீழும் மூன்று கர்மம் நித்யானந்தன் வழி சென்றிட வீழும் மூன்று கர்மம் நித்யானந்தன் வழி சென்றிட என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா போதும் நம்மை சாடுவர் மீளாத துயில் தடுவிட்டு நீக்குவர் ஊடுயிராய் உலவுகின்ற போதும் நம்மை சாடுவர் மீளாத துயில் தழுவ மனதை விட்டு நீக்குவர் போதும் ஆண்டு கொள்ளும் மீட்பராய் தோன்றுகின்ற நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் கீழவர் ஆயுள் தாண்டி விட்ட போதும் ஆண்டு கொள்ளும் மீட்பராய் தோன்றுகின்ற நித்யானந்த சத்குருவின் கீழவர் என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா தந்தை தாயுமான போதும் திட்டமிட்ட சொந்தம்தான் கொண்ட வந்த மக்கள் யாவும் தீர்வில்லாத நோய்களாம் தந்தை தாயுமான போதும் திட்டமிட்ட சொந்தம்தான் கொண்ட வந்த மக்கள் யாவும் தீர்வில்லாத நோய்களாம் ஈடுகாட்டில் இட்ட பின்பும் முக்தி தந்து ஏற்றிடும் ஈடிணை இல்லாத ஒரே சொந்தம் குரு நித்யனாம் ஈடிணை இல்லாத ஒரே சொந்தம் குரு நித்யனாம் என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா ஆசை கால நச்சம் வலியோடு குற்ற எண்ணமும் ஆசை கால நச்சம் வலியோடு குற்ற எண்ணமும் எண்ணங்கள் காரமாய் வதைத்திடும் போதும் இந்த வாழ்வும் என்று ஜீவன் ஓய்வு தேடிடும் போதும் இந்த வாழ்வும் என்று ஜீவன் ஓய்வு தேடிடும் தேடும் ஓய்வு காட்டிடாத எண்ணம் மீண்டும் மோதிடும் தேடும் ஓய்வு காட்டிடாத எண்ணம் மீண்டும் மோதிடும் என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா என்னப்பன் அல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா
ஓம் ஓம் ஓம். Listen. One more Kalyana Guna Paramashiva is manifesting through this Nijavatara is even 24 hours before, last night, I was sitting and writing a book. All of you should know. I started writing a book from the time I learned to read and write. I started giving satsangs from the time I started speaking fluently. To tell you honestly, my first book was handwritten book. At the age of 5, I wrote 8 copies, the same book. My guru has actually given me this as a homework, like a training. He said, first, you should always write book handwritten and publish. Only then you should go for publishing it. So before you want to publish my first book, I always used to think my first book was published at the age of when I was 20. But now we found out from the Tiruvannamalai, a lot of evidences are coming out when we are doing the research. From that handwritten book, now only after this evidence is recovered, even I am remembering, yes, at the age of 8, my guru has made me write handwritten book and made me publish it. We always consider only printed book publication as a publishing. So I did not think this can be considered as publication. Only now I understand, yes, even that was a publication. So from the age of 8, my first book publishing, till now, even few hours before I am sitting and writing, and even though after setting a record, world record, that I'm the largest published author in any field. We have a book of records, Asia Book of Records. Even after the world record, I am continuing to write because I have something to share with you all. As long as Paramashiva has something to share with you all, he will continue to write through this Nijavatara. Same way. At the age of 5, during this month of Margari, my Acharya, he used to give regular satsangs in Tiruvannamalai temple, Unnamalai Amman Sannidhi, on Devaram, Tiruvasakam, Agama, Shaiva Siddhanta, all these Hindu scriptures. One day he made me sit and asked me to start speaking. From that time my public satsang started. It is now 40 years of public satsangs. In this also we have set world record. The largest number of hours public discourses given. We have already set Asia Book of Records, and we are going to send both to Guinness Record, because even in Guinness Record, this is the record. Nobody else has set this record. We are able to break all the records, earlier records. Even after setting the world record, I don't feel tired or bored to speak. I have so much to speak, sitting without words, not because I have anything to speak. I have too much to speak. And I am just waiting, thinking where to start. Understand? Because I don't have something to speak. I'm stuck because I have too much to speak. It's only traffic jam. if the words are not moving, not because words are not there, but because of the traffic jam. With Paramashiva's grace, as long as he has something to share to the world, I'll continue to speak. Tireless life. No boredom. Even the idea of tiredness and boredom does not exist in me. This age and all is only for all of you. Number. For me, all these numbers does not have any meaning. I am as fresh as my Guru made me sit on the stage in Arunachaleshwara temple, Unnamalayam and Sannidhi at the age of 5 and asked me to speak with what enthusiasm. The grace of Paramashiva manifested as words through this Nijavatara. Even now the same enthusiasm, the joy of the child, fresh beginning. And I know, because it is from Paramashiva, it will be there forever. If you heard oldest video recorded satsangs, meditation instruction, when I guide meditations, and here today, you will hear the same instructions for each meditation technique properly, without a word changing and without even the tone or the tune will be changing. Any meditation technique or kriya, it will come exact words, exact sound, exact pronunciation. Because it is coming from Paramashiva, it will be there forever.
ஆனந்தனால் காரண சரீரம் தன்னை பூர்ணமாய் கடக்கிறோம். காரண சரீரம் தன்னை பூர்ணமாய் கடக்கிறோம். என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா. அற்பமான வஸ்து மீது கொள்ளும் மோக எண்ணமே, அற்பமான வஸ்து மீது கொள்ளும் மோக எண்ணமே, ஸ்வர்க்கமாய் தெரிந்து ஆன்ம தேகம் தன்னை ஆளுமே. விற்பனை பொருட்கள் மீது கொள்ளுகின்ற பற்றலாம், விற்பனை பொருட்கள் மீது கொள்ளுகின்ற பற்றலாம். சொற்பமாய் சுகம் அளிக்கும் போகம் விளைவிக்குமே, சொற்பமாய் சுகம் அளிக்கும் போகம் விளைவிக்குமே. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் ஞானம் அளிக்கவா. தன்னை பற்றிட போக எண்ணம் மாற்றி ஞான தீயை கொஞ்சம் மூட்டுவான். பரமஹம்ச நித்யானந்தன் பாதம் தன்னை பற்றிட போக எண்ணம் மாற்றி ஞான தீயை கொஞ்சம் மூட்டுவான். மோகமாய் முளைத்த போகம் வேகம் கொண்ட தீயினால் ஏகமாய வான்ம தேகம் தாண்டி கரை சேருமே. மோகமாய் முளைத்த போகம் வேகம் கொண்ட தீயினால் ஏகமாய வான்ம தேகம் தாண்டி கரை சேருமே. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. மனம் கசிந்து இதயம் தாண்டி இயம்புகின்ற நன்றியும் கணத்தில் கொண்ட காயம் நீக்கும் துயரில்லாமல் போக்கிடும். மனம் கசிந்து இதயம் தாண்டி இயம்புகின்ற நன்றியும் கணத்தில் கொண்ட காயம் நீக்கும் துயரில்லாமல் போக்கிடும். குணக்குன்றாம் நித்யானந்தன் வடித்த நித்திய வாழ்வதால் நித்தியம் நீங்கி நிர்வாண உடல் தன்னை நாங்கள் கடக்கிறோம். நித்தியம் நீங்கி நிர்வாண உடல் தன்னை நாங்கள் கடக்கிறோம். என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. சத்திய வாழ்வு நித்திய வாழ்வு ஆனந்தமய வாழ்வுதான். சத்திய வாழ்வு நித்திய வாழ்வு ஆனந்தமய வாழ்வுதான். அருணை தந்த அமைதி புயல் நித்தியம் தந்த வாழ்வுதான். சம்ஸ்காரங்கள் நீங்கி நாங்கள் நித்தியம் தந்த வாழ்வினால் சம்ஸ்காரங்கள் நீங்கி நாங்கள் நித்தியம் தந்த வாழ்வினால் புதிய பிறவியாய் மலர்ந்து நித்யானந்தம் எய்தினோம். புதிய பிறவியாய் மலர்ந்து நித்யானந்தம் எய்தினோம். என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. என்னப்பனல்லவா என் தாயும் அல்லவா தன்னை உணர்த்திடும் தியானம் அளிக்கவா. எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா. எங்கும் நிறைந்தவா எண்ணம் கடந்தவா பொங்கும் அருவியாய் ஆனந்தம் தந்தவா.
Om. With the grace of Paramashiva, I am just seeing like intense version of this 45 years of Paramashiva's manifestation as this Nijavatara. From the age of 5, started speaking 40 years of satsangs. From the age of 8, started writing almost 37 years of publishing. And from the age of 4, I started carving with the grace of Paramashiva, the deities. So now almost 41 years of reviving the sacred arts. From that time, intensely now, all of you should know, undoubtedly we are the largest sacred arts organization in the world. Undoubtedly we are the largest Hindu organization in the world. And undoubtedly, with the grace of Paramashiva, we are the only Hindu nation in the world with sovereign land. Having Vedas and Agamas as constitution. Understand, we should say very clearly, with Paramashiva's grace, we are the only nation with the constitution written by Paramashiva, not any human beings. Constitution written by Paramashiva himself. jurisprudence written by Paramashiva himself. We are the only nation whose constitution and jurisprudence is written, revealed by Paramashiva himself. And as I said few days before in the satsang, some gurus will have knowledge but not experience. Some gurus will have knowledge and experience but not traditional formal initiation. Some gurus will have knowledge, experience, traditional formal initiation but will not have the authorizing initiation to initiate others. Paramashiva, by making me born in Tiruvannamalai, he gave everything. He gave knowledge, he gave experience, he gave shaktis, he gave formal traditional initiation, and he gave the rightful authorization to initiate others, an initiation to initiate others, an initiation to initiate others to in turn initiate others. Everything. He gave knowledge, shakti, initiation, and proper authorizing initiation, everything, just by making me born in Tiruvannamalai. Any question you ask me, I can answer with this one word, Arunachala. Any question you ask me, your hometown, Arunachala, your district name, Arunachala, that is also Tiruvannamalai. Guru, Arunachala. Father, Arunachala. Who initiated you, Arunachala? Who gave you knowledge, Arunachala? Who gave you powers, Arunachala? Ishta Devata, Arunachala. Any question you ask, I can answer just with this one word, Arunachala. Arunachala, Tamil translation is Tiruvannamalai. Annamalai is the Tamil word for Arunachala. Any question you ask, I'll answer just with this one word, Arunachala. What you know in your life, Arunachala. What is the essence of you, Arunachala? What you always remember, Arunachala. From where you came, Arunachala. Where you will go back, Arunachala. Any question you ask, just this one answer. Paramashiva, by taking that one decision, he gave everything. All the training needed, all the exposure needed, everything needed to manifest Maha KAILASA on this planet Earth, to revive the enlightened civilizational nation on the planet Earth. See, if you have observed, when I was in Samadhi, how I signed Tiruvannamalai Arunachalam Nithyananda. Because that is the way it is inside, documented. That is why in Samadhi, when I was signing, that is the way the signature happened. With this, I bless you all. Let's all radiate with integrity, authenticity, responsibility, enriching, causing living Shuddhadvaita Saivam Paramadvaitam, the state, space, powers, being, superconsciousness and Kailasa, Maha Kailasa of Paramashiva, Paramashivoham, Om Nithyananda Paramashivoham, the eternal bliss, Nithyananda. Thank you. Be blissful.